everyone, Moisa here, back with another video, and today we're doing a little bit of a SpongeBob makeup palette look. Unfortunately, my SpongeBob palette from Wet n Wild came completely destroyed. I will show you guys that in a few seconds, so I will not be using that. And I did get another SpongeBob palette though, because I really wanted to try out the Hipdot one. If you watch my You Choose My Makeup series, I always said I really wanted this particular palette from Hipdot. This is my first palette and or product from this company, so I'm really excited to try it out and let you all know how I like it. But as for the Wet n Wild one, that was really popular. I can show you what it came unsealed, as you can see. Well, barely. And then two of the shades have actually popped out, and they were two of the shimmer glittery shades. I believe it was Aye Captain and Me Money. So unfortunately, I will just not be using this palette today because I would like to return it and get my money back. But here, since it's not sealed, is what it looks like. It looks like they just probably weren't pressed in well enough, but it's kind of spilt everywhere. It's all over my hands. The shimmers come off really quickly, so warning if you have this, it gets everywhere. The green that came off in my hand is a little bit like, it pops up black. Look at that. I didn't swatch it or anything because I don't want to tamper with it, but since it came like that, I am just going to return it and get my money back because it didn't come in good condition, and I don't feel like making it work right now. And next, I also did get another thing from the Wet n Wild collection. Luckily, I got not a makeup product, but just a primer mist. Just because I don't really have primer mist. I don't really use like setting sprays or anything like that because I feel like most of the time it's just kind of like water. Sometimes it's like sticky water, but that's really like it, you know? So I'm gonna put on my base. I'll spray this on for you on camera though. Okay, so on it says shake me, so we're just gonna shake it, and then we're gonna remove the seal. It's kind of just like tape with the word shake me on it, so nothing super special. The packaging feels very flimsy, I will say. Like the top feels like it's gonna pop off like super easily. So let's just spray this on our face. Very perfume scented, very nice. It smells like perfume. It doesn't smell like setting mist. Oh, I have sparkles everywhere now. Perfect for me. I don't know how close you're supposed to spray this because I don't feel anything. I probably look more oily, so it's probably on there. Okay, so I'm gonna do my base and then we'll come back and we'll try the Hipdot palette. So today for my foundation concealer, we're using Juvia's Place foundation and my L'Oreal concealer. And then for my brows, we're going to just use my Anastasia Beverly Hills brow pencil, little duo set thing. And then we'll get into our shadow. Alright, so we have our base on. Obviously there's still texture, but I feel very like almost airbrushy, like it's just so full coverage. And obviously I don't really wear full coverage when I'm out unless I'm going somewhere fancy. I decided to start just doing a natural brow with my eyeliner brow pencil thing because I feel like that just fits me better. Even though it obviously heightens the difference between my two brows because they're not the exact same, so it's fine. I am losing my voice though, which is unfortunate. So let's open up this palette. I know it has 15 shades. I literally look at this palette every time I browse through Hipdot. So I'm super excited. It's super thick, like super thick. You see that? It's like 3 layers. I mean, the shadows are protected, but thick, you know? I love it. I knew I was gonna love it. So this is the palette. It is basically somehow just more matte version of the Wet n Wild. I do like this better, especially like how I feel like each row can be its own look for a day, you know what I mean? So I like that, especially if you're a beginner. It's really nice that it's nice that I can just like look at a palette and it already has like different color stories for me. But you know, I don't do that. So let's see what we do. First, I think I'm just gonna grab a fluffy brush. I don't know where my one from Boston is, so that's unfortunate. So we're just gonna use this one. Wait, I have this one. So much better. This is a fluffy brush, and we're gonna go into Imagination, which is that little brown right in the center, just to cover the lid. Okay. Initial thoughts on these shadows. They're more powdery than I typically go for, but it shows up on my eye, so I'm a little split. But let's see how it blends, how it works. There is a lot of fallout immediately though, so I will note that. Wow, yeah, so it's already super pigmented. I didn't even need to do that second dip into it, but all I'm doing is dipping it right into that product and then going straight onto the lid. Okay, wow. Okay, so surprisingly, even though not a lot of people want to get this palette, I kind of like it. I know I've only put like one color, but it shows up for one, and two, it's just really nice. I will say, where you put it, it does move that easily, so you really have to like buff it out if you're looking for a more smoky look. I don't really do smoky with my shadows. I kind of just do like bam, wow color, probably because I'm not that good at blending. But I will say it's really hard to blend out once you've placed it on your lid, so that's just a note. Okay, next I wanted to do the pink, as you know, but I'm gonna try not to, and I'm gonna try to use this color Angry Tentacles. It's a shimmery light aqua, and I think it's super beautiful, and I kind of want to buff it on the outside of my eye. Alright, so all I just did right now is I just used a clean brush and just smoked out that aqua. Obviously, since it did mix with the browny yellow, it did turn a little bit green, but that is perfectly fine. And yeah, now that it feels a little bit better blended, we're going to take a packing brush and I'm trying not to use the pink. So we're going to dip into the shimmery purple, and we're going to pop that into our inner corner. Alright, so once I had that purple in my inner corner, I'm going to go back to this, and I'm basically using this entire set right here, and we're going to use this top blue in the center, and then we're just going to dip into Advanced Darkness, which is that dark purple in that pink set trio, and put it a little bit over that blue. now that we have that really bright sort of purple to green transition, we're going to pop back and we're going to go into Golden Pineapple, that shimmery yellow, and we just dipped our brush in it. We're going to tap it, and then we're just going to buff it out above our crease. Alright, so now that we have our super crazy yellow wings and the look has been cleaned up, I'm just going to quickly do some bronzer, some blush, some highlights, and then get in with our final thoughts. I was gonna say thoughts. Alright, so this is the completed look. So I think overall this palette is actually not the worst palette ever. I think it works really well. It's obviously pigmented enough. I don't know how long it's gonna wear, but I will wear it all day even though I'm not going out. So I will let you all know on the Instagram if Hipdot eyeshadows are good from this wear test. I try to use colors I don't normally use, so I use green, I use purple, and I use blue for this look. Definitely out of my makeup color comfort zone, but I tried my best because I know a lot of my looks look the same. But yeah, I think I actually really like this look. I like that for somewhat of my complexion, I was still able to get good pigmentation. It didn't take a lot of work to build up, which was really nice. The blendability of them, I shouldn't have used the yellow base, that was on me, so I think they're pretty blendable. Obviously I really like this look, so I think it's a good overall. I think it's a good brand, and I think it's a good palette, and I do recommend it. So if you're someone who maybe you're worried about the Wet n Wild palette because you just saw it, like there's a lot of shimmers in it, and maybe you don't like the Wet n Wild formula, I do recommend the Hipdot Spongebob palette. I think it is still available as of right now as well, so you can definitely just purchase it. And they did come with a few other products as well. As for the Wet n Wild SpongeBob collection, aside so many phone messages, aside from the fact that the palette was ruined, I think the colors are really pretty. I don't really wear Wet n Wild eyeshadow, so I can't say if the eyeshadows are gonna be good or not. But as for the mist, it's basically shimmery water. So if you're someone who maybe you want like a body mist or something, this might also be nice, but it didn't really feel hydrating. I barely felt it on my skin, but now I have a bottle of shimmery water, so we'll figure out how to use that. And that's kind of like on my overall thoughts. So I do have another makeup video coming soon. I ordered another cool palette. I'm not gonna tell you what it is, but yeah, if you guys like this video, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Tell me what you think of today's lighting. I changed the lighting from yellow to white for today. If this is better than the yellow that we had last time, let me know. I have one more setting to check out, and it's like a little bit between yellow and white, and then the consensus will be out by you all. Bye!